Hey guys, welcome to 10 by 10. This is map 7 on the Doom Index, called the Zzul method. Difficulty Marine. It tagged as a 10 to 30 minute playthrough. I would say that's about right. I went a little bit over. Platforming described as easy. Yeah, I mean, besides this section right here. It is actually pretty easy. Totally visible. Compared to some of the more difficult ones out there. Really beautiful map. Blast the chain gunners. Oh, Revenants are always so loud when doing commentary. Yeah, one thing that really stands out is the huge number of secrets on this level. Of course, the first was lowering the green armor, and then you saw, of course, the secret drop down. A little bit hard getting clean line here on the Archvile. No, he wasn't too risky. 2 switches. Then we can head back. Soundtrack is quite subdued. Adds to the mystery and intrigue. Yeah, so getting the red skull key early, you get to do one of the first of many actually secret fights. So I think the approach here was to do it passive. I think that's the case. Just wanted to conserve as much ammo as possible. A little bit risky, but yeah. Very interesting on those cyber demons wearing... You know what they remind me of? They remind me of that wrestling tag team that was in the early WWF. What were they called? Road Warriors, maybe? Okay, so you get teleporting Revenants kind of midway through the fight. Essentially just waiting for the bars to go down so he can leave. That was close. Holy. I think my problem there is that I just stood still for too long. Lost pretty much all health here. Well, we can leave. And we will. Blue skull key. I think this was my... I'm trying to think of how many attempts this was. I think this was something like... I have it in the Doom World thread, or at least on the description of the text. I think it was something like 25, like somewhere around there, attempts. Pretty much doing this blind and trying to figure out where all the secrets are. And then changing my original plan, of course. This is not a... straight line progression. You do have those secret areas, secret fights. Already getting the rocket launcher and the plasma, so very, very useful secret right at the beginning. Nice view of the arena below. So I guess this is the start of the grindy section. A lot of low-tier enemies, and there are going to be several fights that are switch-based, and some are kind of ambush-based. Yeah, it's pretty open. Seems like everywhere I turned there were either some hit scan waking up or these imps. Oh, by the way, shout out to Lunch for providing this map. This map was already maxed by Brendondel, Crusader, 560, and Perseus. It's not crazy difficult. I think this is a Marine level. There are a couple of close quarter fights which are tricky. But you're given quite a bit of health, so very forgiving. Yeah, you just see like these multitude of rooms you walk in, switch enabled, and then kind of get an idea what you're going to face in there too, so you can sort of strategize before you release them. Right now I'm just trying to clean up the main walk areas in case I need to run out. And a lot of these fights you're actually going to get trapped in, so... More cleanup. Okay, right. Mini-map secret right here. Pretty handy. Took me a while to find in the first few attempts. That was pretty much just luck that I got there. Alright, I think it's time to engage in some of the ambush fights here. See, there's enemies lurking pretty much every corner around this map, so I was being very, very not hesitant, but cautious in my approach here. I was just getting into the groove of kind of memorizing the map features, but if I had to play this again, I'd definitely attempt to shave off a lot more time. This one's a brutal one, actually. You get 2 Barons and Archvile. Probably best to leave that to last, or first. If you're like me, you like to do difficult fights first in case you die and have to restart, so. But make sure you have health and armor. I wasn't going to do that without health and armor, so. Quite a large map. We're basically gonna trigger everything just to get into that fight with the Cyber Demon. think I was looking for the green armor here. But I don't think that gets revealed until later. For some reason. First of many fights containing archviles. And it's looking for the switch. It's actually pretty... Well, that's a secret switch for the blue armor. But looking for the switch to get out was a bit awkward. Just to the right. There it is. Okay. And one more. So this one's not too bad. You're not trapped in it by any means. So we run to a nice, convenient location. We get maximum damage on our enemies here. The archvile, of course, traps, so don't have to worry too much about that. I was totally ignoring the pain elemental here. I shouldn't have. Didn't realize there was one. It's like, yeah, there's the meatball. Get him. Not quite ready yet. Pretty sure there's a couple more zones have to be activated first. Right there being one. This one's actually not too bad. Whenever in doubt, just go through the low-tier enemies. Pretty easy to get turned around in this type of maze. You know, the funny thing is I was staring at that supercharge for the longest time. And you'll see me like trying to figure out how I can actually get it from within here. But on my practice runs, I knew that the secret was accessed from outside. So I don't know why, but I just totally forgot. So you might see like a minute of me just looking for a switch that does not exist. It's like, hey, get Get me in there. So yeah, it's not here. You basically headed to the entrance, hang a right, and scale the ledge and walk about halfway around the building until you find the secret. Still thinking on the secret. Well, by the way, if you don't go down those stairs, you'll never, like for the green armor, saying, oh, I got blue armor, I don't need it. You won't get the Archies. Oh, sorry, the Revenants. And you'll be short 2 enemies. So there are a couple places like that where you have to, you know, traverse a certain line depth, or certain enemies won't spawn in and you won't get your kill count. Yeah, so just ignore basically everything here up to this point. It's a demo. That's why it's not fast forwarded. This is probably the toughest one right here, just because... Yeah, 2 Archviles. Why did I think it was the other count? I thought it was 2 Barons and 1 Archvile, but no, it's the opposite. Just poked my head out just a little bit too much there. There we go. It's gonna be a scary fight. It's a pretty scary fight, to be honest. Yep. More checking on that secret. Moving along, moving along. There's one more secret fight. Well, actually, there's a couple more secret fights, but there's one that's accessible directly from here. The minimap gives you somewhat of an idea, but at this point, we do the main fight of the arena. At least I thought we did. Turn around, go back. You're not going to get that supercharge. Yes. Oh, brain meltdown. Because it looked like there was a drop-down area there, and I think what you're not seeing here with the demo to vid dump is activating the minimap. That's what you don't see there. So I'm just trying to look for kind of access points. Yes, you cannot get it. I'm gonna be annoyed at myself for playing that. Move on, move on. To the main fight, come on. There's a supercharge. I think there's a megasphere in there anyway, so like I don't know what I was scared about. Main fight, yes, come on. Going back to the beginning. Oh, don't tell me I've realized that the supercharged outside at this point. Am I gonna go for it? I don't even remember that, but I guess so. Yep, head to the right. Scale the ledges. And I fell down. Perfect. Jeez. Alright, so change of plans. Let's clean up the Hell Knights, yes? Is that what we do? No? I'm going for it again. Okay. So I recorded the demo of obviously 3 days ago, so my memory's not totally sharp on this playthrough. But I like 10x10. I like the concept of the 10 textures being used throughout the map set. Still a lot of variety. There we go. Supercharge. Okay, so that's the last secret fight that we just looked at. We would need the yellow key as well for that one. So more than likely, the Hell Knights will definitely win out. So many of them. You could, I mean, you could if you wanted to wait for the BFG pickup, but just as good to use rockets here. You're kind of going to need the cells anyways when you do pick up the BFG, so I think you want to use rockets here as much as you can. Alright. So back into the main building. Start the fight. One Cyber Demon. A little bit scary as Revenants are going to be filing in, teleporting in. Red key, come on. Key card. Oh, am I looking? Yeah, so I might actually be looking for that other secret fight access point here. It's right here. It's actually quite difficult to see from just from a glance, but you can see the monitor right there. There's a switch right there. You have to get close up to it. And you got these like Gestapo guys. So there's your secret. You got the Red Skull. Now we go ahead and do the secret fight as well, which is pretty nasty, actually. See the number of Archfiles and Cyber Demons. Do not face them head on. Back away. Back away and you know, circle and horseshoe as required. That's the secret here. There's so many Revenants here. And during the duration of the fight, there will be switches that are activated on the walls. You can see one there. That'll be your way out. So run, run, run. I like to go through the pinkies, obviously, low tier. Kind of just waiting for the monsters to get close to one side and then circle strafe. You can use these little cubbies at your own risk. Well, that's one sure way to make it to the opposite side. I don't know if that was the best strategy right there, to be honest. Hey, it worked. If it worked, it worked. Very generous on the armor and health bonuses here. We need it. There is, of course, that Mega. You gotta remember to hug the wall there. And I remember there was a Megasphere that I left here, but I couldn't find it for the life of me. It was under one of those corpses. Like there. It's a little higher up from what I remember. There we go. Now with full health and armor, you can engage a little bit more. Of course, the Revenants will win this fight for sure. So I would say to carry forward cells to the next fight, probably you don't want to go less than 200. Almost a waste there. Yeah, so 200 is perfect to go through to the next one. There's not much more here. There we go. Just checking if any, well, if I left any more cells around. There we go. All right, time to return. Must have been desperate for cells here. Where is that teleport? There we go. So main fight, not too tricky. Again, the worry here is that you get kind of trapped by the revenants that are going to be teleported in. So use the corners, BFG, be frugal, not so frugal on the BFG usage. And you got that Mega Sphere as well, so if you need it. Not too many revenants. What makes this a little bit scary is just the elevation that the Cyber Demon has. On a couple of occasions, I just dodged the wrong way or too slowly, and I got pelted. And actually, the attempt before this, I died right here. Alright, contemplating whether to leave the Mega. You don't need to, there's nothing else here, so might as well take the Mega with you. That's all the secrets that are in here. There's one more secret fight. And there's a bit of a cheese for it. So we will see that very shortly. So this is just the quick way around. If you want to exit the map early, you can exit there. There is a teleport back to the main area. Okay, secret fight. Going the long way around. So if you head left, that'll be the two revenants that are guarding the area. And the cheese for that one is you can early telefrag the Archvile. There is a teleport in the sludge, so you jump down, telefrag the Archvile, and you don't even have to hit the switch to start the fight. So as soon as you move around on the platform where you telefrag, well, of course, here you want to get whatever ammo you need first. And right there in the left corner, that's where you want to jump down. So I'm not sure what I was doing here. I must have, again, it was late, and I thought I needed this Megasphere. I grabbed it. Don't ask me what I was doing there. I have no idea. It's like, I think I must have been looking at my ammo or something, and I think, oh, I'm low. So yeah, in that corner you want to jump. Grab all the cells first, because you do have access, of course, to pick up some cells. And another mega here. At any rate, you're not going to end up needing them all, because the cheese will allow the significant amount of infighting. There's the tail frag. Start the fight. Couple of BFG shots. And then jump down. And sit on the teleporter. So it's not a very exciting watch, obviously, but for survival, definitely recommended just watching the kill count go up. A little bit later, you'll have a couple of cacos that are fly out and come to shoot you. That's basically your cue to go back in. Yeah, so I'll also be dropping, I think, the 1010. So the 1010 map 7 is a marine level. I'd say it's kind of a medium to hard level. And nothing too crazy. Map 9 is a lot of fun. And I actually maxed that as well. So I'll be dropping that very shortly as well. Yeah, I actually like the idea of the map 10, the 10 by 10 concept. I haven't actually played it all the way through map 1 to the end, so just targeting those Doom indexes. Not in the hopes of catching Crusader by any means, but just to challenge myself for what's considered by the community difficult maps, and just to improve my own reflexes with these types of maps, because even though it's a high kill count, I wouldn't consider this a slaughter map. It's there's a lot of strategy and reflex involved, a lot of puzzles. You got ammo management, all that stuff. So it's nice. It's nice practice to build up to. So once you've teleported back in, most of the enemies will have been killed. You're not in any danger of getting zapped by an archvile. We took care of that guy early. And you're out of the range from the other ones that are grouped near the cyber demons. Just stray rockets is the issue here. Look at that. So no shortage of ammo in this one here. I could have BSG'd pretty much everything here. But, you know, it's good to give the BFG finger a break. There we go, just a couple more enemies. Flying Kekos. Let's rocket the Archviles. I think I must have recorded this pretty late. I think it was past 1 o'clock in the morning, so my reflexes were a bit slow. But I wanted to get this done. It was a late night. It was a weekday. Oh man. Big mistake. When you have work early the next morning, big mistake. Alright, last two cyber demons guarding everything. All secrets, all kills, and the exit. 35-12. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.